Brent, Sarah, the state's largest teachers union says Connecticut stands to lose more than $321 million in federal grant funding. Educators say that means a number of programs will be in jeopardy, especially those that focus on low-income families, early education for childhood, and high-need students as well.
Not only will our children's education be compromised, but their safety will be as well.
Darlene Wentworth is the mother of a freshman at Manchester High School. She says she's worried about her daughter's future if the promise of federal funding cuts to public education is delivered.
My daughter, she has multiple disabilities. She cannot speak. She can walk with assistance, and that was because of the school systems and the education she received.
The Trump administration continues to work on an executive order to begin to scale down the Department of Education. Just last week, that same department announced the elimination of more than $600 million in education grants.
I fear that this will also cause classrooms to be downsized, which will in turn cause children with vastly different special needs and ages to be placed in the same classroom. And this presents a safety issue, as many children require different levels of support.
The Connecticut Education Association says that means a $321 million budget cut for Connecticut public schools, meaning either local districts and taxpayers have to make up the difference or things get cut back.
This is painful for me because every kid that they're talking about today was me. Every chance that I have right now is because I had teachers in a school who gave a damn about me.
In Manchester alone, the district could lose $6.7 million in federal grant funding, but larger districts will take an even bigger hit. Take Waterbury, for instance. They could face a shortfall of $23.8 million, $22.5 million in Bridgeport, $21 million in New Haven, and $18.2 million in Hartford. And without all that federal funding, districts will be forced to make tough decisions involving cutting staff and student services that help keep children on track.
You eliminate these federal programs, you don't get off cheap. Local taxpayers are going to have to foot the bill.
Local leaders and educators are calling on the community to stand together and show support for public education investment through a statewide campaign to wear red next Tuesday, March 4th, and bring attention to those who could suffer the most from fewer funds.
Special needs students are our most vulnerable, and their needs should never be compromised.
One of the programs potentially on the chopping block is Head Start, which delivers education, health, nutrition, and parent support services to some of the poorest families in our community. Just in Manchester alone, federal funding provides $1.7 million specifically for that program, money that could potentially be taken away. In studio tonight, I'm Bridget Bjorlo, Fox 61. Brent?